Oh, now, this is a story all about how local soccer media got flipped, turned upside down. And we like to take a minute, so grab a beer so cold, and we'll tell you how we became electric gold. In White House, Tennessee, born and raised on the soccer fields was where we spent most of our days. Reading Mad Magazine and riding our bikes with a known propensity for rocking the mic. Now we're a trio of guys who are getting kinda old, cheering on the boys and gold with every bit of our soul. Screaming our heads off while drinking some beers, hoping to give Cincy and Miami something to fear. Now Evan, John and Ryan are kicking the facts about Nashville SC, and they'll never come whack. If anything, we can say the show is rare. Acoustic blue and electric gold, the only colors we wear. We pull up the Doties about 7:38, and we yell to the refs, yo home, smell you later. We look at the castle, we feeling so bold. We sit on our thrones, we're electric gold.
Hey everybody, this is Electric Gold. We are back. I bet you thought we had forgotten all about you, but no. We were merely taking a little break, but Electric Gold is back, and no matter how hard Nashville SC is trying to make us quit, we will not do it. We are hanging in there, despite how the team is playing. I'm Ryan. I'm here with Evan and John, and guys, how are we feeling this evening?
Not so shabby. No matter what happens in the world of soccer, there is always this thing called alcohol, and it has been my friend today.
Alcohol soothes the pain and solves all problems, right?
The cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
Exactly. Evan, you doing all right this evening?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm sure we'll get into it, and I'll explain why, but I'm actually feeling pretty good tonight.
Excellent. Well, that's good. We may have to live vicariously through your good feelings, because I personally am really disappointed, but whatever. We'll talk about it. We are 24 hours removed from Nashville SC playing Cincinnati. And of course, it was a result we would probably like to forget. We will talk about it. But before we do that, let's start off the podcast talking about something positive and happy, and that would be what beers we're drinking this evening. So, Evan, we'll start with you. What are you having?
Okay. Well, tonight I am having the Tropical High from Sweetwater. I thought since we're having this late summer, warm up here, I'd go for one more tropical beer. This is a hazy IPA with a double dry hop and a blast of mango, stone fruit, and lime. It's got a heavy addition of wheat and oats with a low bitterness, so it makes for a really creamy feel and a just tremendous drinkability. I'm really enjoying it tonight.
Terrific. Sounds like a great selection. John, how about you?
Yeah, I am drinking a Blueberry Crumble Wild Sour from the Distyle Brewery in Normal, Illinois. This is ridiculous. It's a sour ale brewed with blueberry puree, vanilla, cinnamon flavor, and lactose, creating a beer that is super purple, if you guys can see it. It's very sweet and spicy. So yeah, it tastes like a blueberry crumble. I don't know what else to tell you about it. I did look up to see the Distyle Brewery, and I did find a soccer connection. The Distyle Brewery in Normal, Illinois is the exclusive American distributor of Wrexham Lager.
Oh, there you go.
The beer made famous by the famous Welcome to Wrexham documentary, the team owned by Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney. I haven't seen a Wrexham lager in my local liquor store yet, but if I see one, I'll get one. I'll probably drink it on the show. But yeah, that's the soccer connection. But yeah, it's a good beer. It's weird. It's good.
Sounds terrific. It's right up John's alley, being a weird, fruity beer. Tonight, I am drinking from the Jackalope Brewery, which is right here in Nashville, the Thunder Ann American Pale Ale. Maybe you guys have had this before. Jackalope is famous for, well, they make really great beers for one, but also they name all of their beers or theme them after legendary or even like folk heroes, I guess you could say. And Thunder Ann is no different. I don't know if you know the history of Thunder Ann at all.
Not at all.
I'd be happy to share it with you. So this is named for Sally Ann Thunder Ann Whirlwind Crockett. a mythical figure from American folklore. She was renowned as a legendary, exceptionally strong and sassy frontier woman. Over 200 years ago, Sally Ann was born as the sole daughter following 9 sons. So she was the 10th child with 9 older brothers. And by the time she was 5, she was the fastest runner in all of Tennessee, running faster than a wildcat. And she could defeat all of her brothers in arm wrestling.
Oh.
Could she now?
At age 7, she was recognized as the toughest member of the Tennessee tug of war team. Originally, her brothers disliked the idea of introducing a girl into the familial mix, but she quickly grew on them. And as tough as she was, it was said that she was so sweet that hornets liked to let her use their nests for her Sunday go-to-church hats. So she wore a nest of hornets as her hat to church. And after time, she longed to see the world, so she left her family to go off and explore the frontier. For a time, she was living with a family of bears. The legend goes that just her smile could make the most vicious bear melt, make his heart melt. So she was known as not only the toughest woman in the Wild West, but also the sassiest and the prettiest as well. At one point, she was traveling through the frontier and she came upon a man with a coonskin cap who had seemingly gotten his head stuck in the crook of a hickory tree. So, being the woman that she was, she swiftly jumped into action. She noticed a nest of rattlesnakes nearby. So she gathered up all 6 of the snakes, knotted them together to make a lasso, and then with a quick tug on the man's head with the lasso of snakes, she freed him up. The man turned out to be Davy Crockett, and he was very impressed, obviously. And so Thunder Ann and Davy Crockett were soon married. They had 10 children of their own. Legend has it that shortly after their first son, Hardstone, was born, Davy Crockett set off on a trek to Washington, D.C. So that night, Thunder Ann's there alone with their son, and a gang of ferocious alligators surrounded their house.
Oof.
She feared nothing. She wrestled down every gator and flung them all the way from the house. And from that day on, she was known as the bravest and strongest woman far and wide. She's also known to be the originator of the bald eagle because her scream was so powerful that it blasted the color off of a normal eagle, creating a bald eagle.
Oh, gosh.
Tons of legends around her. She's actually named Thunder Ann because she was born during a thunderstorm. She's just a legendary figure. And so Jackalope has named this beer after, and this beer is very good. It's got notes of apricot and mango in addition to a citrus bouquet. There's honey and biscuit malts that are in this as well. It's a really full-bodied pale ale, 5.5% alcohol content, delicious, and it's a perfect beer to soothe my pain here tonight as I speak with you guys. So cheers to you and cheers to Thunder Ann.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers, boys.
Okay, well, I hate to do it, but let's do a week in review. Nashville SC traveled to TQL Stadium on Saturday night, hoping to snap out of their recent funk. Coming in, the Boys in Gold had lost 4 of their last 5 games and were looking for something to help right the ship. The starting lineup was an unusual one. Jason Palacios and Alex Muehl both missed the match with an illness, so Jack Mayer and Johnny Perez started in their place. Eddie Tagseth made a return to the starting lineup next to Gaston Brugman, and Josh Bowers started at right back instead of Andy Nahar, who was available on the bench. The teams were evenly matched throughout the first half. Both had close calls, especially when Brenner Souza missed a wide-open goal on a terrific cross from Cincinnati superstar Evander. Sam Surridge also had a terrific opportunity that just missed, and the teams retired to the halftime, knotted at 0. In the second half, it appeared that Nashville was dictating tempo at first. They dominated possession and had several close scoring opportunities in the first 15 minutes of the half. Gradually, Cincinnati clawed back into the game, benefiting from Nashville turnovers to hold more possession. And in the 73rd minute, Evander crossed the ball into the middle of the box, where this time Brenner did not miss, blasting the shot past goalkeeper Joe Willis and giving Cincy the 1-0 lead. One thing for sure about this game, however, is that Sam Surridge refused to go quietly. Surridge fought hard throughout the game, both on offense and also with dramatic and timely defensive saves as well. And in the 84th minute, Surridge was rewarded with his hustle. Tyler Boyd received a perfectly placed long ball in the box and deftly passed off to a charging Surridge, who thumped the ball off the Cincy goalkeeper and into the net. It was Surridge's 21st score of the year, putting him 2 ahead of Lionel Messi for the Golden Boot lead. The goal was also Nashville's 50th team goal of the MLS season. Of course, the team still had to finish this game out, and due to numerous Cincinnati injuries in the second half, there were 8 minutes of stoppage time added on at the end. And in that final minute, the MLS MVP candidate, Evander, finally struck. When the ball found him on the right side of Nashville's box, he did not hesitate to deliver a forceful shot into the goal, giving Cincy the lead and ultimately the win. The result on the road against an Eastern Conference rival with just a few games left in the season could not be more poorly timed. While Philly, Cincy, and Charlotte all now have clinched playoff spots, Nashville barely clings to 4th place, just 1 point ahead of Columbus and still with plenty to play for. Only 4 points separates them from 8th place in the East. If Nashville can't find some of their earlier season magic soon, they may be fighting for their playoff lives. That's what we watched last night. I was just beside myself with grief and despair. I don't even know how to describe it. I really don't want to even talk about it. So I'm going to let you guys go. John, initial thoughts.
Oh boy. So this is something that I've known for nigh on 40 years now. All three of us played together when we were 7, 8 years old, and we've been playing and watching the game ever since. But boy, recently we're discovering it, that soccer is a game of inches. And you can say this about all sports, really. I mean, the difference between a 500-foot home run and a foul ball pop-up in baseball is inches, obviously, or probably less. But man, it feels like it's more than that in soccer because there's so little scoring that happens that, oh man, those little what ifs just stay with you every time you watch a game, and you're like, oh my God, what if one of those chances had gone in for us? And what if Evander had kicked the ball, 0.5 of a centimeter harder? Or, what? Oh, it was a pretty good game. We didn't play horrible in that game against Cincinnati, but God, it gutted me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we played really bad the last 10 minutes. We seemed really, really tired. We could not keep a hold of the ball. If we'd held on to that lead for 10 more seconds, we'd be pretty happy right now. But that's not the way it goes. And that's not the way soccer goes. And that's not the way life goes. So, man, I don't know what to tell you. For 96 and a half minutes, I thought we played pretty good last night. And right now I'm devastated, and I think a lot of NSC fans are the same. And it seems like a lot of our games recently are along the same lines, especially that Atlanta home game. There were so many chances we had in that game, just a few inches here and there, and we're sitting pretty right now, and we're not. So, yeah, soccer sucks. Why do we watch it? It's stupid. No, it's addictive.
We love it and we hate it, especially after a game last night. And I agree with you to a point that it is a game of inches, and it's knife's edge whether that game is a great testament to two really talented teams playing a hard-fought game and equally so, or one team being devastated by the results.
Yeah.
But the real truth, I think, is deeper than that. It is something that we have been observing over the past several weeks with Nashville. They are dicking around out there. And I hate to be negative about this, but I've seen this in past seasons with this team as well. And we had largely avoided it this year. And I was hoping that the BJ Callahan era, we had moved past it, that this was Nashville 2.0. There were no remnants of the old team style still there, but it's still there to some degree. And what I'm talking about are those last 10 minutes where we could not clear the ball to save our lives out of our half. This, I've seen it over and over again. Joe Willis just rolling the ball out to a defender instead of launching it to the other side of the field, or, some defender getting it and making a short pass to the nearest player rather than clearing it out. Get it away from the goal. Just kill time. At this point, you're in extra time. You're in stoppage time. You're accepting a tie at this point. You're happy to walk away with the point. Just keep sending the ball far away from our goal. Inability to clear the ball out during those critical times has cost us more than one game this season and in past several seasons. I just don't know what else to call it but dicking around. That's what they're doing. It's like they don't sense the urgency of the moment. I don't know. Evan, what were your thoughts? You didn't watch the game live. You had to catch up and watch it this afternoon, so it's a little bit more recent for you. What are your thoughts?
That's right. Okay, so I think that I have a very different perspective on the game than I would have had I watched it live, which I do virtually all the time. I've never missed an NSC game, and I have rarely watched one on delay. But last night was the annual Bluegrass Festival here in town, and I love that, and I am not going to miss that. So my plan was to go to the festival, come home, watch the game on delay without having seen the score. So in the transition from the Bluegrass Festival to home, I accidentally saw the score on Google. I had pulled up Google for something, which I never use for soccer. Man. But it just so happened to have the score at the very top of the feed. And so I didn't even bother watching it last night. I decided I would watch it today. And so I knew the result. So I just watched the game. So I think I was able to watch it, in a different way. All right. That being said, both you guys are right in a lot of respects. And the thing I've learned over the last, 30, 40 years of soccer fandom, nothing breaks your heart like soccer. Nothing breaks your heart like soccer. The Atlanta match is the one that bothered me so badly. I was disgusted, literally disgusted, and felt strongly that way for days afterwards. That had subsided by today. I watched this match kind of knowing the result, and I really thought we played pretty well. We weren't great in front of goal, obviously, but, Sam got his goal. He's still the Golden Boot leader. We're still in fourth in the playoffs race, and the remaining stretch of regular season games isn't, a murderer's row by any means. So I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling hopeful. I think that we can do more than limp into the playoffs like we have done in the past, Ryan, which you were kind of describing. I think Nashville 2.0 is going to be different. I think we're going to do more than just limp into the playoffs this year. But anyway, that's my initial take.
Well, God bless you and your positive spin. I'm trying to be open-minded and listen to as much as possible. You guys are both right. We played a hell of a game last night and just were unfortunate at the end. It's like we played 97 minutes and 45 seconds of a great game, and the last 15 seconds just went south. Yeah. What are you going to do? All right, well, I'm going to try and lift my spirits enough to celebrate whatever was good about this past week. Let's do all hell yeah. John, we will start with you. What's your all hell yeah moment for this week?
Yeah, I've got a hell yeah with a slight caveat. My all hell yeah was seeing Tyler Boyd back on the pitch and delivering a inch perfect pass for Sam Surridge to put away for that goal. I was like, oh, hell yeah, I forgot how good Tyler Boyd can be.
Yeah.
The movement, Brugman played a hell of a ball over half the field, and Boyd corralled it. He chased it down. He brought it down, delivered an inch perfect pass. And Oh, hell yeah. Tyler Boyd, if you do that, you could be a very valuable member of this team. My caveat is, man, after that, he looked gassed, and that is not a great sign because saying that he only played 20, 25 minutes. I can't remember exactly when he came in. And even I saw BJ kind of shouting at him at one point, like, dude, you got to get back on defense. He had the ball like in the corner and made some moves, and it just looked gassed after that. I think he gave the ball away 2 or 3 times after that I saw. So, I mean, it's understandable. Knock on wood, I haven't torn an ACL. I don't know if you guys have. You might have. I got to imagine playing professional soccer, even after a year, it's going to be tough. The good of Tyler Boyd, that we can get 20 or 30 minutes out of him each game. I really think he can be a really important contributor, but if he's gassed after 15 minutes, that's not ideal. So hell yeah with a caveat. I did really enjoy watching Tyler Boyd and that assist he delivered.
Yeah, I thought he looked great for the first 10 or so minutes he was out there. They came in around the 68th minute, I believe. So he played around with extra time. He played close to 30 minutes, I guess. But I have torn my ACL in the past. I'm not a professional athlete, nor have I ever been. Yeah. But it's not so much the knee thing, because your knee feels completely normal once it's completely healed, which it does take a long time for. But I think it's the conditioning. I think he didn't play soccer for 400 and something days or whatever. Yeah. And you can practice all you want. It's not the same as playing in a real game. So I think it's just the conditioning and getting up to that level again. And it's just going to take a lot of time. And unfortunately, there's not much season left for him to do that. And so it's going to be probably well into next year before we really see him at that level, being able to be a starter or something like that. But when he is at that level, I mean, we got something really exciting to look forward to. Yeah, exactly. Evan, what's your all hell yeah for this week?
You know, I'm giving mine to Gaston Brugman. I thought he played a fantastic game. He was so good at delivering dangerous balls. A lot of them over the top, some of them cross field. I mean, he was spraying the ball all over, looking really good, playing not a lot of turnovers, just really good forward play, direct play, even played some really good defense. And he's had some patches this season where he didn't look great, and I've worried a little bit about him. But lately he's been playing great. Last night he played great, and I was just like, oh, hell yeah, man. If you keep playing like this, then we're going to go into the playoffs in a strong position.
Dangerous balls, the Gaston Brugman story.
I like that.
Now, he played well, and I want to do a little mini all hell yeah. You guys have got me in the spirit now. I'm feeling it again. I'm feeling more positive.
Yes.
So I want to do my own mini all hell yeah for a mini player on the field, but with a large presence, and that's Eddie Tagseth. We were pretty down on Eddie for the last several weeks, and I think BJ must have been as well, because he barely played a couple of games. He was back tonight. He started, and he was the Eddie that I remember from the first half of the summer. Yes. Just getting involved, getting in the middle of everything, stopping the ball, stopping Cincy from having any sort of momentum, capturing it, turning it over, just doing all those little things that, again, don't show up on a stat sheet or whatever, but still make a huge difference to your success on the field. A big reason why we played so well and we're toe-to-toe with Cincy for most of the game was because of Eddie's play. The midfield in general, Gaston Brugman and Eddie as well. I think they both just really won the midfield when they were in there.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, well, we got plenty to pick from here. It's time to look at the not so great things. This is all hell nah. Evan, we will start with you. What's your all hell nah moment?
Okay, yeah, and this is part of why I think I'm not as disgusted or hurt about this particular match, and that's that we were considerably shorthanded in this match. I'm talking specifically right now about having lost Jason Palacios and Alex Moyle to some sort of mystery illness. I don't know if they had the kissing bug disease or what, but having watched the game on delay, I actually kind of fast forwarded through the pregame a little bit. So I didn't see or hear a lot of the commentary. I did try to go back and look at one of the articles online from earlier this week, the availability report. It didn't look like Cincinnati was missing too many key players. Am I right about that?
Yeah.
They were full strength from what I understand.
Right. Since he was pretty well full strength, we're missing two who I would consider very probable starters to this mystery illness. And then we had these two additional starters, Nahar and Yazbek, is that right? Who started on the bench, due to travel. So I feel like we were considerably short-handed. And so when I especially saw Palacios and Moyle not even available, I was just like, oh, hell no. Are you kidding? These guys have been playing great. And like I think I said maybe last time, I think Alex Moyle has become key to this team. And
Agreed.
So anyway, that's mine for the night. What about you?
Well, and not to mention Johnny Perez going out in like the 15th minute or whatever as well. I mean,
exactly.
That really kind of screwed up the plans, having to bring Qasim in to play basically the whole game. So that was another blow to an already depleted roster. John, what was your all hell nah moment?
Not really moment, but my all hell no, I just contributed to the almosts. We had so many almost. We created so many turnovers in midfield. Like we've said, Eddie Tagseth and Gaston Brugman were way, way better than their midfield, especially old Brian Anunga. We saw why we made the upgrades in midfield, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't even think Anunga played that badly, but just Eddie and Brugman were better. They were all over him, and Buka was the other Cincy midfielder. And the commentators made a point of noticing that our midfield was bossing it for a lot of the game. We were creating the turnovers. Just every single time that we would create those turnovers, we just couldn't quite put it together. Like there was always like just one little pass that was behind somebody that kind of slowed it up for half a second. And just, I don't know. We had one fantastic move at one point. It started with Lovitz. He played this wonderful through ball. I can't even remember. I think Hani was in there. Qasim was in there. Hani got it again in the box, played a perfect through ball for Bauer, and it just happened that the keeper made a great save on it. But there were a lot of moves that we didn't create the chances on that we could have. Something would break down on it. Oh, the almost. I'm like, oh, hell no. Every time we would create that turnover, and I'm like, I'm getting up. I'm off my feet. I'm shaking my fist at the TV. I'm like, here's it. Here, come on. We fall apart every fucking time. So many almost. And, oh, man, it got my blood pressure so far up. Boys, I'm telling you, I'm getting older. This sport is killing me. I don't know what I cannot. Oh my God. Just a little bit, just a little pass out in front of somebody and some behind somebody. Oh, we'd have so many goals. Oh, I'd be so happy right now. Oh, I wouldn't have to drink so much.
Oh, but you still would.
I still would. I just wouldn't have to.
Yeah, but there were all those almost moments in this game, and the game before that, and the game before that. This is not, a rare occurrence. This is a consistent thing that I keep seeing from Nashville. It's just missing that connection by a little bit. You see the difference when you see a really great team on the field. When you see us play Miami, when you see us play Cincinnati, for instance, last night, I guess they were having some almost moments too. But like some of these teams, they really have their act together. They don't miss those by nearly as many times as we do. And so there's something fundamental here where our people just start putting the pieces together like other great teams do. And that's why we're a tier below. When you look at the standings, and when you talk about MLS teams, we're not talked about as one of the best teams. We're above average, but we're not in that upper tier of real title contenders. I don't think that many pundits would consider Nashville at this point a true contender compared to like a Philly, Cincy, or over on the other side, San Diego or whoever, So anyway, I don't know. What does that mean? That means that there's something else that we need to be doing to make those almost turn into definites more often. Am I wrong?
No. Here's my thing. I don't think anybody in MLS is that great.
Okay.
I mean, all of them everybody has weaknesses. This is not the kind of league where there's just dominant teams. Everybody stinks some nights. It is really, really, really tiny details that differentiate the teams.
That's true.
And
That's true.
We are lacking. Oh man, I don't know exactly what it is. I think it's maybe one of those wingers. If they passed a little bit better, I think our wingers are fast and furious. There's a little bit of a passing offness about them.
Yeah, I agree with that. Whether it's Schaffelberg or if Muel's in there, Boyd's still getting his feet under him. Cossum, I watched him, and he does play pretty decent on defense, guys. I will say, but
yeah, agreed.
Offensively, again, there's just a little bit of that disconnect. He's just missing people, and they just aren't sharp enough. They're good, not great, and that is making a big difference. And the other piece of that puzzle, I would say, that definitely needs an upgrade, and I hate to say it, is goal keep, man.
Oh, yeah.
I am so frustrated with Joe Willis clearing the ball out of harm's way. I can't even tell you. There was another time last night where he cleared the ball like just close to a defender, and he almost put himself in position to do exactly what Messi did to us, where the attacker came in and take the ball and shoot it right past him. That almost happened again last night. He's just playing with fire back there, and I don't know what the deal is. He's a veteran goalie. What's his problem?
My brother was watching the game with me last night, and like every time we'd pass the ball back to Joe, he'd go, "Oh, Jesus, fuck."
Yeah.
Just a little. He's not even like a big soccer expert or nothing, but just under his breath, I could hear it. "Oh, Jesus, fuck."
Yeah, he's not the only one. I'll tell you that. Now I'm getting pissed off again. Let me get clear the decks here. Let's talk about happy things. Let's talk about the fact that, guys, Nashville has scored 50 goals in regular season play.
Let's drink
this
to that,
season.
boys.
Cheers.
Let's drink to that. Let's have a whole nother cheers to that.
Cheers.
Cheers, boys.
Sam Surridge has scored 21 of those 50 goals, including last night's, including the 50th. He is the Golden Boot leader, and with God's grace, hopefully he'll hold on to that lead and win the Golden Boot. That would be a victory nonetheless if nothing else comes from this season. Yeah. If Sam can be the Golden Boot winner, that would be something we could hang our hats on. It was definitely has been a fun season to watch, particularly for his brilliance.
Do either of you guys know off the top of your head, sorry to interrupt, but do either of you guys remember off the top of your head how many total goals we scored all of last season? Wasn't it in like the 20s? Wasn't it like 28 goals or something?
I think we got to the 30s. There were a few games at the end of the season where we scored, but ended up losing anyway.
Right. Yeah. We scored 38 last year.
Okay.
38. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Anyway, I was just curious.
We allowed 54.
Yeah.
All right. But anyway, I mean, so Sam has 21 with like 4 regular season games to go. We only as a team scored 38 last season. So yeah, it's a great thing.
It's a terrific thing. And I thought he played just an incredible all-around game last night. I mean, he was running back on D, putting pressure on people, doing all the little things, trying to will this team to a win, whatever he could. So with that, of course, all season, whenever Nashville SC scores a goal, we've been sharing one of our favorite things in celebration. And John, it just happens to be your turn, your good fortune to share your favorite thing on this very significant goal, the 50th of the season. So take it away.
I will. So a while back, I did the math and I realized that if indeed we got to the 50 goals, it was going to be on me to have the 50th goal. And I knew that it was going to be a very important one because that was the target that we were looking for. And so I knew that I had to come up with something big for the 50th. I think I did. So guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but I am a bit of a foodie. I love food. That could be obvious to anybody that ever sees me in life. But like in general, like during the week, unless there's a soccer game on, me and my wife are sitting on the couch, reading books and watching Food Network. That's what we watch. I love Guy Fieri. I love his stupid, what they call it, grocery games where like chefs have to, like on the spot, come up with fantastic stuff. And they always do. And I'm always impressed. And I'm always like, hey, baby, can you make that? I just love, I love eating fancy food. I love trying new things. One particular pundit of food that I really, really loved and really, really miss was Anthony Bourdain. I absolutely loved his shows. He was a poet of the people. Unfortunately, we lost him in 2018. And I am going to, as my favorite thing, talk about one of his favorite things. So here is a quote from his about a restaurant. And let's see if you guys know what restaurant this is. He said, whatever restaurant he's talking about, it is indeed marvelous, an irony-free zone where everything is beautiful and nothing hurts, where everybody, regardless of race, creed, color, or degree of inebriation, is welcomed. Its warm yellow glow, a beacon of hope and salvation, inviting the hungry, the lost, the seriously hammered, all across the South to come inside. A place of safety and nourishment. It never closes. It is always faithful, always there for you. And of course, out of all the things that he is talking about, all of the restaurants in the world, all the fancy food that he ate in his lifetime, he was talking about Waffle House.
Yes,
and
brilliant.
Waffle House is my favorite thing. It is going to be our 50th favorite thing of the year. I love Waffle House, boys. I cannot live without Waffle House. I mean, especially if you're a person like me who likes to drink occasionally, Waffle House is the place to be. Waffle House at 2 a.m. is the greatest place on earth. You will never know what's going to happen once you walk into those doors. It's always going to be cold. It's always going to be yellow. It's always going to be bright. The food is always going to be okay. The coffee is always going to be okay. You just never know who's going to be in there. You could witness a murder. You could witness, I don't know, people being as good to each other as they possibly can. You just don't know. It's the flip of a coin. It's amazing. I cannot believe that such a wonderful institution happens, and it's the perfect embodiment of the South. We embrace the chaos here in the South. We are a complex people. There's things that aren't great about our past. Heaven knows that. But there's good in a lot of us too. And all of this comes out of Waffle House. I don't even know what to say. My wife told me this story. She went to Waffle House a lot with her buddies when they were teenagers in their early 20s and mid-2000s. And they were going to the Waffle House in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Shitty little town. But they would go all the time. And they would constantly run into this guy who called himself the Mayor of Madison. The Mayor of Madison was a tall man. He always had a big cowboy hat with a single peacock feather in it. And this guy would come into Waffle House all the time, declare himself the Mayor of Madison, and then proceed to make nothing but Roadrunner noises. Like, beep, beep. And that's the kind of thing that you see at Waffle House all the time. Because I guarantee each of you that are listening that has ever been in a Waffle House at 2 a.m, y'all can remember someone like the Mayor of Madison that you encountered. Someone that you will never forget for the rest of your days. Waffle House, I love you. I can't get enough of you. It's the perfect place. It's the perfect place in the South. And I could not love anything more than the Waffle House.
Brilliant choice.
Beautiful.
Evan, you got any Waffle House stories?
Yeah, well, Waffle House is usually where we ended up after a concert back in high school in the 20s. That was just kind of what you did. Talked about the show, got something to eat, whatever. One time in particular, I had gone with some buddies to, I think it was 328 Performance Hall. I could be wrong about that, but that is my recollection, to see the industrial rock band Filter. Do you guys remember Filter? Yeah. We loved Hey Man, Nice Shot. And we were pretty excited about the show. So we got down there early so that we could get right up front and center. Well, as the showtime got closer, more and more people filled the theater there. And the mosh pit kind of started in the center, which we weren't feeling so much. We kind of got pushed out to the sides, but we were still up front. So we were all standing right in front of the speakers. And it was so loud. It was insanely loud. And we went to Waffle House on the way home, and we were all sitting around tables, like 4 of us in a booth, and none of us could hear any of the others speak. Our ears were ringing so loudly, and there was so much pressure like built up in our ears. We literally just didn't talk to each other because we couldn't hear each other. We just ate our food in silence and then drove on home. It took me like 2 days before I didn't hear any ringing in my ears. But anyway, so that's my Waffle House story. I remember sitting around the table. We tried to have a conversation, but we couldn't hear each other after having listened to Filter. So we just sat there and ate in silence.
But I bet you still enjoyed that meal.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Heck yeah. Those hash browns. Woo.
Whether you had those hash browns smothered, covered, chunked, diced, peppered, capped, topped, and or country, you had a great meal.
Amen.
Yes,
Amen.
That's right. That's right.
One of the things that I've always loved about Waffle House is the jukebox that they have. You know, it's one of the few places in this country where you can still find a traditional old jukebox and play the songs in it. There are some branded Waffle House songs in the jukebox.
Oh, yes. 100%.
There's particularly an ode to the Waffle House lady or waitress, you know, in there. And I always love playing the Waffle House waitress song on the Waffle House jukebox. It's one of my favorite things to do when I go in.
And what's funny is there is nothing less enjoyable for the Waffle House waitress.
Yeah,
because everybody has the same idea.
Were you with... It's been a long time ago, John. Were you with me the time that we went to a Waffle House and we played that song? Or we may have played it multiple times.
Oh, I almost guarantee. Yeah, we did.
The Waffle House waitress came over and unplugged the jukebox because she was so tired of hearing it.
That seems familiar.
Anyway. Gosh. All right, guys, let's move on. We've got a lot still to talk about with this team, and that includes having some burning, spicy opinions. I'd like to hear them now. Let's do the Nashville Hot Chicken Takes.
My hot chicken take is that these owners got skills to shake, entertain the crowd and get on the field. 'Cause why the fuck not?
Evan, you get first crack at this. What is your hot take?
Yeah, I got it for you. And let me explain up front a few reasons why. Guys, we've got Sam Surridge back scoring goals, okay? He's back on the board. That's going to be good for his confidence. Hani's still playing well. We have Tyler Boyd as another option on the wing. We've got 3 extremely strong center midfielders who can rotate in and out. We've got Jack Mayer playing well again. So we've got 3 great options at center back. We've got a lot of things coming back together here going down the final stretch. Here's my hot take for you. We are not going to lose another regular season game this season. Okay. We are going to maintain a home seed going into the playoffs. You know, you were talking around a few minutes ago about the almosts that we've been, missing for the last several games, kind of becoming a pattern. Just think back to when in April, May, June, there was not a hotter team in MLS. We were the team. It's the same group of guys. We've just had a little bit of a rough patch. We've had some stops and starts with international breaks and this and that, Leagues Cup, whatnot. All that's over with. It's just regular season. It's not a terrible lineup the last 4 games. We're not going to lose another one. We're going back into the playoffs, and we're going to be feeling good about it. There you go.
Bravo. Bravo. I'm feeling energized again. I'm feeling happy again, guys.
Yes.
All right.
John, have you got a hot take?
Yeah, I'm going to shut that shit down.
Oh. Damn it.
My hot take is
we've got Ryan on a roller coaster tonight.
We do. We're throwing you all over the fucking place. This is Opera 96, baby. You're Ryan to chaos.
Yeah.
My hot take was do not expect many home playoff games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys, do you know where we actually are in the Eastern standings? I know it says we're 4th, but if you look at points per game, we're 7th.
Mm-hmm.
Because Miami played so few games because of all the other competitions they've been playing in. And then the other teams have not played as many games either. And not only are we 7th, but we are 0.01 points per game ahead of Orlando, who are 8th. Do you know what happens if you're in 8th place at the end of the season?
It's the 1-game playoff, right?
You're not in the playoffs. You have a 1-game playoff.
Right. Right.
So, guys, our remaining 4 games, I wish we could say that they don't matter that much, but boy, they really, 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 really matter. Orlando is next, in our next regular season game after this Open Cup game. Anything out of that one is a bonus because it's at Orlando.
Wow.
The next 2 games are so crucial. Anything but 3 points versus Houston at home and Montreal away has us quite possibly in the play-in game. So we have some really, really, really high-tension games coming up. So I hope y'all's blood pressure is ready for it because, man, the last game is at home against Miami. Who knows with that? Because Miami, their defense sucks, but that team is really just messy at this point because Suarez, and this should be a whole nother topic that we talk about Luis Suarez and why he's even playing in MLS the rest of the season, but he hasn't been good even when he has been playing. It's been all messy with that team. And as he goes, the whole team goes. So that last game, it could go any way. I could see us winning 5-0. I could see us losing 5-0. I could see any result in between. But those 2 games, the Houston and Montreal game, those have to be 3 points or we're playing that play-in game. That's my hot take.
Wow, John. Wow.
I'm sorry. I was trying.
No.
You should have gone with me first, and then Evan should have gone second because his was way more fun than mine.
Yeah, and his could still come true, and we'd be okay. But we'd still, even if we win all 4 games,
if we win all 4 games, we're good. No, we're good.
We could still fall in the standings because.
Yeah, we might not be top 4 even if we win all 4, but we'd be playoffs if we win. Yeah.
Yes, for sure. But like, as I mentioned earlier, there's 4 points separating us in 4th place and the 8th place team, which is Miami. And of the 5 teams below us, the next 5 teams in the standings, all of them have at least 1, if not more, games in hand. We've played 30 games. Columbus has played 29. Orlando's played 29. New York City's played 28. Miami's played 26. And Chicago has played 29. So they can all gain on us just by virtue of playing those additional games that, we've already played. Man, I didn't even think about the math there. Damn
this is what I do. I piss people off with math my whole life.
Yeah. Damn. That sucks. Okay. Well, so every point really does matter. And that's why I say dicking around in Cincinnati, dicking around against Atlanta, St. Louis, that stupid game. That was a bunch of dicking around. And you see where that gets us. That puts us in a really precarious position. Damn it. All right. Well, listen, I can't do this anymore. We've just got to wrap things up. Let's do the weekend preview. The upcoming week will be a busy one for Nashville. First, they host a U.S. Open Cup semifinal match on Tuesday night at Geodis Park. Their foe is the Eastern Conference leading Philadelphia Union, who just got thumped this past weekend by Vancouver 7-0.
Yeah, 7-0.
First place Philly has been great all season, led by goal-scoring machine Ty Baribo, who has notched 16 goals this season. However, Philly's kryptonite this season, in addition to Vancouver, I guess, has been Nashville SC. The teams have played twice in the regular season play, with the boys in gold victorious in both matches. The first was a 3-1 beating on Philly's home field in March, which saw goals from Sam Surridge and Hani Mukhtar, and believe it or not, Ahmed Qasim. And the second was a close-knit 1-0 win for Nashville in Geodis Park on July 5th, where Hani Mukhtar scored a penalty kick in the 101st minute to bring home the win. See, there's that karma coming back to us last night, by the way. And this match will be a major opportunity for both sides to get into the Open Cup tournament final, which is scheduled to take place on October 1st. And will be against the winner of the other semifinal match between Minnesota and Austin. Next Saturday, NSC will travel to Orlando. Orlando City FC currently sits in 6th place in the Eastern Conference, just 2 points behind Nashville. And in the last 2 months, Nashville's home match against Orlando was their only bright spot as they laid a 5-1 whooping on the Lions, featuring braces from both Sam Surridge and Hani Mukhtar, as well as a cherry on top from Jason Palacios. Orlando features a balanced attack with multiple goal-scoring threats, including Martin Ojeda, Marco Pasalic, Luis Murillo, and Ramiro Enrique. Each have scored at least 8 goals this season, and between the four, they've netted 42 goals total. With just 4 regular season games left and such a tight race for the final home playoff spot in the East, every match and every point counts, so the boys in gold had better be ready to change their recent form on the road. The team has won only 5 games on the road all year, while losing 8 and drawing 2. That, my friends, is what we have to look forward to over the next week, and I am dying to know what's going to happen. I don't think I can wait to just watch the games. I need to know in advance. My heart can't take it anymore. So please, if you guys don't mind, let's break out the crystal balls, y'all. John, we'll let you go first. Rub your ball and tell me what you see.
Oh, I rub it. Tuesday night in Nashville, Tennessee versus Philadelphia Union. This is going to be the game of the year, people. Get your butt to Geodis Park. I don't care that it's a Tuesday. I don't care that it's 7 o'clock. Get there because it's going to be awesome. We have beaten Philadelphia twice this year. And with your help, you listening right now, if you get in that stadium and you yell your heart out, you yell so hard that your lungs hurt, Nashville SC is going to be in its 2nd ever cup final. Nashville is going to win 3-2. It's going to be a game that you will sing songs about to your grandchildren. It's going to be so fun. Philadelphia, they lost 7-0 this weekend. They didn't play anybody. They play all backups. They want this game because they do not like that they have lost twice to us. And they really want this cup final. And it is up to you. It is up to me to see that they do not get to this cup final, to see that Nashville is in this cup final. I won a trophy, goddammit. I don't even care that if we play in the play-in game. I want a trophy. Let's get halfway there. Let's win Tuesday night. Saturday in Orlando, I don't know what's going to happen there. I hope it's 1-1. I hope it's a tie. I hope we get a point out of it.
That sounds like a decent prediction. Wonderful. Yeah, you're right. We're 2 games away from a title. And that's the way I've got to look at this. No matter what our recent run of form has been in the regular season, when it comes down to it, 2 wins and we bring home a cup. And that's something we can get very excited about. Okay, Evan, bring us home. You've been a pillar of positivity all night long. So I'm looking to you to finish strong. What's your crystal ball saying tonight?
Okay. Yes. I've been rubbing the ball all night. Feels great. I look deeply into it and see that John is correct. We are going to win Tuesday night. It's going to be a 1-1 draw that goes to penalties.
Oh, Lord. Oh, shit.
Going to prevail. So just be ready for that, okay?
Evan,
take your blood pressure meds.
You're trying to kill me.
Yeah.
But you are going to be all right, because your impassioned speech there is going to drive up attendance. It's going to drive up passion in the stadium. We're going to get this W. Saturday night, guess what? You're right about that also. That's going to be a draw. We're going down to Orlando. It's going to be a hard-fought match. It's going to end 2-2. We're going to get that point, and we're going to be also feeling great about heading to the Open Cup final in October.
Love
Beautiful. I love these predictions. This is something that I can just wipe the slate clean and look ahead and be positive and optimistic about what we've got ahead of us. That's what I'm going to do. That's all I can do, guys. I cannot go forward any other way. All right. Well, listen, this has been cathartic. It's been therapeutic. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much this evening for talking me through it. Before we go, John, we've got a ever-growing fan base out there, and they have thoughts and opinions of their own, and we want to facilitate a lot of sharing of their opinions. So how can they do that with us?
People, we are Electric Gold NSC. We are on Instagram, Facebook, X, formerly Twitter. Reach out to us. I have several takes and hell yeahs and hell no's already saved up. And I'm saving them for next week, because this is a big week. I really wanted to get these games out of the way, and we'll see what happens this week. Please send in more, because the more input you give us, the more ridiculous we're going to get. And I can't wait to hear from you. I want to thank you all for listening and responding to us. I know we've been out a few weeks, but you've seen the games. You knew that we had to take a week off for our mental health. We had to get right again. So, yeah, thank you.
Thank you, John. Thank you all for listening. We really appreciate all the support, and we haven't gone anywhere. We're back, and we're going to finish this season strong, and so is the team. So in order to do that, they're going to need your support. So keep on cheering them on. Keep on coming out to the games. Keep on yelling your full heads off. And of course, beyond everything else, keep on saying it. Come on, you boys and gold.
Come on, you boys and gold.
Come on, you boys and gold.
Dreams on Friday nights, electric vibes and stories told. Come on, you boys in gold. Waves of laughter in the air, podcast pals without a care. Sharing glorious thoughts out loud. Come on, you boys in gold. Waves of laughter in the air, podcast pals without a care. Sharing glorious thoughts out loud. Come on, you boys in gold. Electric
Hang on,
gold,
time out.
so gold.
We're playing Philly again? How many times does this team want to get beat down this season? Seriously. Philly, I am tired of you. I'm tired of playing you. I'm tired of putting you down. I could go through a whole litany of insults against you again, like I've done so many times this season, but honestly, I'm just tired of it. You're Philly. You've already suffered enough, right? So, listen. I'm not going to go through all of the insults. You know what it's all about. You know what it's like to be a Philadelphian. I'm not going to rub it in. I'm just going to give you some of this.
Hearts wide open across marching on to open cup glory.